Hey guys, I'm gonna try to be quick with this, but I just want to show how it's crazy because I did pick up energetically that someone passed away that was in their circle. Hello, Makawi. Makawi. Someone in their family. That's very strange. And around that time, I did pick up on it. A death with them, something to do with them and someone who passed. But anyways, and then I'm just now clicking on this video, but I'm just trying to show the individual who is trying to do damage control by having someone go and put something in my car that he should have mailed to me. But I guess he was trying to do damage control because I told him I was going to make it a public video, like basically with my experience that the experience that I had with them, like the bullying and them telling me they're not allowing me to buy anything else from them unless they say otherwise, which was fine because at that point I had already realized I wasn't going to be buying anything from them. So absolute stellar. I'm just showing this because they do stuff like this to pretend that they're not doing anything, and it to make it seem like they're just minding their own business. But he not too long ago had somebody, I believe the week before last week when it was like before the 4th of October, so it was like the last week of September, or yeah, the last week of September. He had someone come and put the international the in, thank you, Miss Prophetess Man Knowledge. But he had someone come and put the international driver's license in my car that should have been mailed along with the permit, but he only sent the permit in the tribal member card. And the tribal member card is supposed to come with it. His girlfriend or his wife, one of the hoes that he had working with him, was trying to charge me for the tribal member card and something else that was supposed to come with the membership that you pay for, the 149 fee for annually. And it's not even the end of the year, and I was kicked out months ago, but that was okay because now it's mutual that I am no longer bound by any contract with them. So that's good that they kicked me out. I'm happy about that because I told him he could have just kicked me out instead of calling me to curse me on the phone. And he said the call was recorded. I'm pretty sure he got rid of it. But the main reason why I'm making this video right now is to let him know and other people know that I know that he plans on having other men. It was black men in particular I was about to say that was ugly, that was following me, like they was watching and hiding in the cuts. But and they were supposed to be setting me up, either setting me up so I can get in some sort of trouble or setting me up to be killed. But it was a lot going on in my dream. I just woke up from earlier today, about 5 hours ago. And the thing is, what he doesn't know though, that there's some people that are watching him, and I picked up on what they were saying in my dream. They were Korean. I don't know what that Korean language is called, but they were Korean, and they were speaking. But all of a sudden in the dream, it's like I don't know how Shamar got up there, but go ahead, Shamar. But yeah, the two Koreans, they were wearing black turtleneck sweaters, and they had these listening devices that it was like what the FBI use on movies. Like it's like something like a record or something like tape rolling while they're listening in on conversations. They're watching and monitoring these individuals, and it's something that they did. I'm not going to get into too much detail about it because these MFers don't need to know, because he over here, all that DMT he be taking, I'm like, I'm surprised you didn't know being a F boy was going to get you caught up in some mess that you was going to try to have to think you were going to win and hide and try to do damage control. All that DMT, you talk about some, you was making big moves since that last meeting I had with them, the group of people. And he have a bunch of other people that work with him that are bullies too, that some ass kissers. I've seen them in the group trying to get next to him, saying, oh, I can do this and I can do that. Like they try to bring their skills to the table to get close to him. But I would still be skeptical of that because some of the people that was doing that, I already picked up on it. I'm like, I wouldn't even naturally trust those individuals myself because of the energy that I picked up on them from them. when they were trying to get close to him. I'm not gonna say names and say, but you guys, I'm pretty sure if you ever come across this video, you know who I'm talking about, especially that one particular yellow man that was just trying hard to get next to this dude, General Hellraiser. Dull razor, I call him, because he says he's razor sharp, but he's pretty dull if you have to get DMT and you still miss things. And now you're trying to backtrack and have people help you cover your tracks so you can save your image, but everything you do is ruining it even further. But you're incapable of seeing that, which is quite surprising due to you indulging in dimethyltryptamine so often and thinking you're in here. Give it to him. He's making some moves, doing certain things, and I don't care if people call me a hater. Why I'm gonna hate on somebody who's not spiritually inclined, that's pretending that they're spiritually enlightened when they're fake spiritualists, like I've heard some readers call it, and he having people go behind the scenes and do stuff. That's why I know my car door looked like it was pried open. I was like, my car door looked like it's more open than it was. Like somebody used like one of those pump things that you stick between the door to pump it, and then like lift the door up and open a little bit at the top so you can stick something down in there and open it. I wouldn't be surprised if the dude that was the Indian dude, the one on YouTube, he came to tell me that out of the blue all of a sudden. He told me he was from Philadelphia and his name was Perumal, and he's an Indian dude, and he was being quite polite, but he said good morning. But I thought it was strange because I'm like, why he feel like he needed, he seemed like he was trying to make sure I'm careful, because that's back when I was still sleeping on the streets a couple of weeks ago with my son before we finally moved into our apartment. And I noticed, and I know for a fact that it was within the last week of September, because prior to moving out, I still had no, what do you call it, international driver's license in my vehicle. So when I looked and I went to my storage after I moved all my things to the storage. It was around September 5th. It was 2 weeks after that, September 5th. So September 5th is when there was another situation. I remember certain dates for something that happened. But yeah, anyways, right after I had realized, let's see, I can backtrack it because it was around the date that I had the interview with Alex Schmidt at CPS because of the false CPS claim that my therapist made. 6 months down the line, we're finally having an interview. Around the same date of that interview is of that week, which I believe was September 24th or 25th. I believe it was around the 25th. So it was like maybe a couple days after that I suddenly had the international driver's license in my car all of a sudden. Because before, on that date, on the 24th or the 25th, I believe it was the 24th of September 2024, is when I went back to my storage and I found the international driver's permit along with the tribal member card. And when I looked at the tribal member card, I noticed that it had man on it. So I was going to make a video to show how incompetent these people were, but all of a sudden it wasn't there anymore. And now all of a sudden both of the cards were corrected. And well, when I say both, I meant to say the tribal member card now wasn't just a card. It had a plastic sheath cover on it now, which the original one did not, the one he initially sent in the mail. And then which he uses like a third party delivery company to like have the mail delivered. And then on top of that, there was another, all of a sudden the international driver's license was there. I was like, what? I knew something was feeling different in the car, but I wasn't knowing exactly what it was. Then I reached in the door compartment, and I felt that it was another card there. And when I pulled it, I was like, what? This wasn't there. And I have it was the same day that those black people were following me at the storage, where the lady that works there, Megan, at the Albina Public Storage, said she noticed that there was a man that kept coming there and he was always there when I was there, and she thought that he was with me. And I was like, hell no, he ain't with me. I don't know who that dude is. And they were trying to, like, he was giving me this real evil stink eye while he's pulling up, just looking over into the car at me like he got a problem. And so I just drove off into the garage and I told him to get away from me. And that's the part when I start the film where I said, stay away from me or something like that. And then the Caucasian or the Hispanic woman, whoever she is, that he had with her, of course, started to try to act like her Chihuahua self was a big dog and trying to look back like she ready to attack me. I'm like, lady, I don't even know you. I don't even care about whatever beef you think you have with me because I never did anything to you. So yeah, I'm just letting y'all know. Basically, I'm letting him know too. He is being watched, and I don't think they like something you did. So yeah, I'm not really concerned or worried about what you think you finna have some people do to me, cause you gonna get got. And I'm not saying you're gonna die or something like that. I'm not gonna say what it is. I want to see if you can figure it out using that DMT that you be puffing on so long. I think there's something you're missing when you indulge in DMT. Because if you were that spiritually enlightened, how come you couldn't see that bullying someone like me was gonna turn around on you? How come? I don't know.